Hello, beautiful souls. How is everyone? We had a beautiful day today. It was like 80, I don't know, crazy. I didn't get to spend as much time outside as I'd wanted, but it was beautiful. I hope you're doing well. This is Stacie Overman, your spiritual guide, your co-creator in positive change. I just lit some sage, and I'm just saging myself. It's the end of the day. I'm just going to send you some sage. It's the end of the day, right? We need to sage ourselves. We need to remove any of the energies that no longer serve our highest and best good. We need to cleanse our aura and just cleanse it away. Cleanse it away. Sage our space and just enjoying that sage at the end of the evening, allowing anything that no longer serves you just to be healed. Send it back into the earth. Send it out into the angels to take care of it. Let God heal it. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Hello, Rosina. So I'm just saging. It's the end of the night, right? We just want to cleanse our aura. If you can take a salt bath, that's awesome. If you can cleanse your aura with sage, if you can use sage essential oils, those are all really good things to do. I just was wondering, many times I have discovery calls or I see comments in the group or in other groups where people find that life is really frustrating or not so enjoyable. Like they'd rather be somewhere else other than here, right? Sometimes when we're in our spiritual awakening our journey, I should say, we find that we get caught up in the spiritual side, in that upper chakra side where we're disconnected from our physical body, where we're disconnected on the earthly plane because we're enjoying being in that upper, higher dimension, if you will. Many times we find ourselves clumsy, forgetful, spacey, just not really here, right? When we're like that. Hello, Lori. When we get up into those upper chakras where we're really connected with divine source, we're really connected with our spirit team, even though we might not really understand it, like we're there, but we don't understand it, but it just feels good, right? We tap in and we feel that unconditional love. We tap in and it feels more like home, right? But it's super important to connect to your physical body. It's super important to connect with your lower chakras, to connect with Mother Earth, to ground your energy. And so many of us that are, many that I've heard are frustrated with life. Oh, thanks, Marcy. Frustrated with life tend to, I don't know, for lack of a better term, kind of check out. You get caught up in those upper chakras and you're not really present. I know when I have a tendency to be up in those upper chakras and I don't ground down, my husband will always say, hello, where are you? You're not here. And I always say, yes, I am. I'm right here. And he's like, no, you're not here. Hi, Amber. Oh, hi, Joanna. So it's really important that you are balanced and you are connecting all of those energy centers, all 7 of them, and getting down into the lower chakras so that you can be grounded, so that you're not as emotional, so that you're not as spacey, you're not as forgetful, and so that you can begin to start enjoying life again. Like, I know for me, for a while, I kind of felt lonely when my spiritual awakening was going on. And I felt kind of like I got left here by myself to figure all this craziness out, right? Like, where's my life raft? Like, everybody left me. And when I talk like that, I'm talking about like my spirit team and everybody that made a commitment to help me, with my soul and coming here for my soul purpose, right? Even though I couldn't really remember all of those details and I couldn't wrap my mind around what was really going on. I could just understand how I felt. So they never left. They've never left you. They've never left me. It is more about us learning how to tap into that energy to really understand that they never left. Hi, Karen. So if this is you, that you're finding that living life is frustrating, not as enjoyable as you would like, and like you would rather be somewhere else other than in this human body, which I think there's many of us that have thought that a time or two in this life, I encourage you to spend more time doing meditation, more time really going within and being still, being silent, being in the now. I also encourage you to reach out to friends and family, people like in our tribe here, like-minded individuals that get you right where you're at, understand where you're at. They've been there, they understand, they're going through the same thing, and that accept you for who you are, exactly where you're at. Because when you can spend time with friends and family and other like-minded individuals that remind you who you truly are, that's where we get more energy. That's where we get more inspiration that we can do this. And remember, what you hang around is what you become, right? What you hang around is what you become. So if you hang around negative Nellies, you hang around the nothing ever goes right for me kind of individuals, that's what you become. So it's just like when I first started in life and I knew, not that I ever flipped burgers, but I knew I did not want to do that for a living. Hi, Darian. Hi, Lori. I knew that I wanted to be at a level in my career that I rubbed elbows with certain types of people, and I knew I had to fake it till I made it. So I dressed the part. I hung around the same areas that those people hung around, and I made it work even before it was working, right? So you become who you hang around. Hi, Mercy. Exactly how you feel right now. Darn it sake. Okay, so these are good tips for you. So go within, do more meditation, hang around the people that make you feel alive, the ones that accept you for who you are, and the ones that you want to be like. Hello, Corinne. I just wrote some notes here because I didn't want to forget anything and I didn't want to go too long. But the other thing is choose to eat healthy. When you choose to eat in a healthy manner, your body is going to thank you for that. And I'm not saying that you have to be vegan. I'm not saying, you have to give up things. I'm just saying choose wisely. I'm not the best at eating greens. I know eating leafy greens is going to be super awesome for me. It's just not my bag. Like every once in a while, I really love a great salad, but I have a hard time with that. Now, I choose to eat other vegetables and I choose to eat fruits. And I choose to eat foods that are just a little bit better for me. So instead of buying those chips that I really, really, really love, I just choose not to buy them anymore. If they're not in the house, I don't eat them, right? I don't eat them. And do I walk by that counter and go, yeah, I want to buy that? Oh, yeah, I do. There's especially a few that I'm like, oh my gosh, I could love that salty goodness. But I just choose not to buy it because I know that my body does a lot better and I feel a lot better about myself when I choose to eat a more healthy diet. And it also helps me not be so tired, and it helps pick me up and give me the energy that I'm looking for. The other thing is, like when we first got on the call, I was saging. I encourage you to sage your body. Now, you don't have to use burning sage. You can use a sage essential oil, things like that. But cleanse your aura, especially if you're having a hard time. We have a lot of things that attach into our aura, especially if we're sensitive, especially if we're empaths, which most of us in this group are. And just get rid of that stuff that's attached to you throughout the day. Let it go and shed that. Even ask your angels to help you shed that. And I like do this raking motion, and I just kind of clear out my aura, just like, and let it go, and let it go. Me and my sound effects, sorry. Where do you get that? Lori says, well, I actually found this one on Amazon because there's not a lot of stores around where I live in West Virginia that have it. However, my husband said, hey, Spencer's at the mall has it. I don't ever really go into Spencer's. It's kind of an odd store, but they actually have a section that has some sage, and they also have, I don't have it handy, paleo sticks, which is, it's pretty good too, but I prefer sage. So you can do that. Amazon has it. If you have rock shops, metaphysical bookstores, things like that. I'm sure there's people on Etsy that also sell it as well. But I think it's a package of about 3 of these for around $8 roughly, or sometimes they make them a lot bigger, but I just want to show you how big these are. This one's smaller. There are some that are a lot taller. I like the more compact ones because they don't burn like crazy. You just want them to burn for a little bit, but some of the bigger leafed ones will burn really crazy, and it's like, put that out. You're going to waste that really quick. So, hi, Haley. You're welcome, Lori. Absolutely. And then the last thing that I want to encourage you, because I know generally speaking, especially based off of my own personal experience, when you're frustrated with life and having a hard time feeling like you don't want to be here, many times it has to do with you're not speaking your truth, right? How many of us are stuffers? How many of us are people pleasers? How many of us put ourselves last, and we think, oh, well, I'll just bite my tongue and it'll subside and it'll get better and they'll come around. And I'm telling you, sisters, that doesn't really work. And, even being the teacher, I work on this all the time. Our throat chakra gets closed off. We start having TMJ problems. Some people will get sores in their mouth. Some people will have teeth issues, gum issues, neck issues, thyroid issues. You'll feel like you have a lump in your throat all the time, like you could cry all the time. There's all kinds of things that can happen when you are not speaking your truth. Can you make your sage slow burn by putting it in a bowl of water for a few minutes? Oh, thanks, Karen. I did not know that. Very cool beans. I learn something new every day. See, I can be the teacher, but I still learn. So speak your truth. And, many times people are like, well, what does speak your truth mean? And it means if something is bothering you, or if you need something, or you want something, of course, don't be mean about it, or come with a loving space, come with loving intention. And it can be, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell them this kind of a feel. But when you come from a loving space and you say, I don't want to do that, or I'm not able to do that, or saying no, right? If you're a person that always says yes because you don't know how to say no, and you just cannot be spread thin anymore, because you're going to break, you're going to crack, right? Like you've not given yourself any time to have that beautiful salt bath with candles because you have no time to hardly even shower yourself. It might be time to say no. It might be time to say, I can't do that this time. Or, hey, I really need to buy myself a new outfit. I really need to make me a priority. Like, we put our kids first. We put our husband first. We put work first. We put everything first. The dogs first. Sometimes my dogs, I love them to death, but I'm just like, really? Does anyone else help take care of these dogs? Love them to death, but sometimes I have a day where I'm just like, someone else, please clean the kennels. And we have to be able to say that. And so speaking your truth doesn't always have to be rude or mean. But it just has to be able to say, hey, I spoke what I felt. I said what I felt. I said something. I stood up for myself and I wasn't a doormat. So those are some tips on helping you to find a way to alleviate that frustration, find a way to get back to a place where you can be your true authentic self. And the big thing here is understanding who you are. Who are you? We all change. As we go through life, we change. Our needs are different. I am not the same person I was when I was 18. I'm not the same person I was when I was 30. I am not the same person I was 7 years ago when I married my husband. My husband even said the other day, you're 180 degrees different than when we met. And so we are all changing, always changing. And it is so important for you to get to know who you truly are. And if I can help you do that through my 9-week program, it's called the New You program, if you haven't heard about it yet, if you're new to the Facebook group. And that is where we go in and we actually take a look at who you are. What's hurt you? What's blocking you? What is it that you've got to get healed from so that you can then learn what your superpowers are, what your beautiful gifts are, and so that you can then move on to understanding why you came here, what your soul purpose is, what mission did you come here for, and what does that look like? Because when you can really get to know yourself, it puts you back on fire for life. It puts you back in the driver's seat and in the flow of life to where you're getting up before your alarm goes off because you're so excited to be alive. So I hope this helps you guys. If that sounds like you, let me know. Send me a private message. I'd love to set up a discovery call with you and see if it's a good fit for you. I want to make sure that I can help you. And if I can't help you or it's just not a good fit, I will be totally honest with you and we'll move forward, and you're more than welcome to stay in the group and still continue to learn from my videos. So great to see you guys. Mwah, angel kisses, and until next time, have a blessed evening. Hi, Deborah.